everybody, welcome to today's video. My name is John, and in today's video we're going to discuss the American stock market, Bitcoin, OP, and one another altcoin called Arbitrum that just got launched. Alright, so first I've got here the flash dump from the FOMC. It was crazy. It looks like everybody panic sold, and then just an extreme recovery rally. All right, so SPX, in my opinion, is looking pretty much bullish under the condition that we won't close under this yellow zone. All right, so this is kind of a strong support, but the overall trend and price action seems pretty solid and pretty strong. And yeah, we can take a look at Bitcoin. I think I was even showing this risk to reward setup in some of my previous videos, and this is a trade that I actually took, and it ended up pretty well. Let's remove the drawings, but Bitcoin looks pretty strong. If you recall, in one of my older videos, I was talking about this spot to perpetual dominance that was holding us back, but when I take a look at this, we can close this. The spot is so strong. It's actually crazy, because now the spot buying and the perpetual buying is in balance, or I would say that the spot is even stronger. For example, if you take a look at this, we can see that the divergences are massive from the spot buyers. So it looks like spot is truly aggressively bidding, which is a sign of a strong long-lasting trend. Also, another thing that I want to point at is the long-short ratio. All right, look at this. I'm gonna zoom out I'm gonna extremely zoom out, and this is an extreme scenario. All right, extreme scenarios with this sentiment, they this seems to me like a reversing point of an extremely bad sentiment. So this is how many percentage of Binance accounts are short or long, and I'm going to point these extremes. I'm going to mark them, so something like this. There was another extreme, and this is an extreme as well. I cannot put a vertical line there. That's a bit... Okay, we have it. So whenever, actually here as well, whenever you saw these extremes, like every time in the past, look at what price did. 11% dump, then this was about... Or where was the sentiment? Yeah, this was extreme, about 27% dump. This was about 27% dump. This was the FTX situation, if I recall correctly. But even though that it was the... Oh, look at this, guys. This is insane. All right, this was the FTX situation, so something like a black swan event. But whenever sentiment flips this bearish, I usually like to counter trade this indicator. But whenever sentiment gets really bearish, like it cannot get more extreme, these are oftentimes reversing points where the market goes slower. All right, so look at this, 20% down. All right, 12% down, 28% down, All right, that's just it's picking the bottoms like extremely. All right, 12% down. Here we I guess it would be fair to say that nothing like major happened, except that we went like seven. There wasn't a major rally afterwards. Probably every time it gets this extreme, there's just no 21% down. Whenever this gets that of extreme, like so many Binance accounts are short, or rather like out of the market, and the only positions that stay there are pretty much the ones that hold short, or just people are probably out of positions. This can mean a lot of things, you know. The interpretation of the long short ratio is a bit complicated, but if you take a look at this and pick the extremes, more often than not, in fact, we only saw scenarios when this dumped. All right, so we saw like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 scenarios, and I usually see that as well, that whenever the sentiments flip this bearish, it's usually a sign of a trend reversal, and at this point it might even be a dump signal, although this situation is a bit different from the ones that I was showing you, because in pretty much all of those times I was a bit bearish, but now we have very strong spot activity. So my strategy, and I am a swing trader, so your might be a bit different, but my strategy, I exited most of the positions as you've seen with the risk to reward setup that I had there, but I'm going to exit most of the positions somewhere in this range, and then probably wait to accumulate a bit lower, somewhere here. This is the zone where I would consider opening longs. All right, so I think the market needs to cool down a bit. I'm still pretty bullish, but I think retesting these levels right here would be very reasonable. Like I think that it's even likely. Last thing that I want to say before going on the Arbitrum, and that will be just a very brief talk, is look at how cynical the market is. All right, we liquidate all of the longs, all right, and then where we had a run up, or 47%. That's just nuts. And whenever you're expecting a run up like this, there are two scenarios. Either from this point right here, you just do the run up, or you first liquidate all of those longs and then you do the run up. Why is that? Well, because the markets are cynical. The less people accumulate, I'm talking retail traders, the less retail traders actually hold the position in the favor of the trend. The more retail traders are holding the positions in the favor of a trend, the less likely is that there's gonna be just a major rally. So I'm going to paint that. All right, what happens most often is either you have a consolidation and then just bam, or from that consolidation, that's what happened in this scenario, you have a major dump and then major pump. All right, so these are two ways that you won't let retail traders to accumulate. All right, and that's happening all of the time. So the last thing that I want to discuss just very briefly is coin Arbitrum. Arbitrum just got airdropped, and it went down pretty massively, although this Binance chart is looking bullish. We can see on CoinLives that since the airdrop got distributed, we went down by a huge amount, and only the first people that received the airdrop actually sold it. actually sold it for a decent price. So I'm going to show you my buying and selling zones for Arbitrum. If Arbitrum reaches a zone that's higher, and this is a bit extreme, but it's possible for Arbitrum. Sorry for the messed up chart. If Arbitrum goes this 150% higher to about the $3 region, that's with the inflation that Arbitrum has, a great long-term short. And if we reach some zones, maybe I would even accumulate now, at least partially, because I don't see much of a data from the fundamental / technical side. I cannot do a huge analysis, but from the tokenomics, if somehow Arbitrum reaches this zone, this beautiful zone, we put a dog here. If Arbitrum reaches this zone, then I will just go all in shorts on Arbitrum. That's truly it, and maybe long Bitcoin as a hedge. Alright, so my summary is that Bitcoin is bullish, although I think it needs to cool down a bit. The stock market is bullish, and Arbitrum is bearish above $3 for me. Alright, or at least not long-term sustainable. So please like and subscribe. It truly helps our channel to grow. If you learn anything new, leave a comment. And until the next video, bye bye.